Hi guys, I'm here in a very windy United Park, Drogheda today to cover the launch of the safe seating in stands. Now they're doing a launch for that today. Michael McEvoy is a man I'll be talking to, a staunch die-hard Drogheda fan who hasn't been able to go to games for a couple of years really, to be honest, because of a stroke he had basically. So they're launching an initiative here today which is called safe seating essentially. I hope that lookout doesn't fall on me. Which is called safe seating for people that were ill and are recovering and can come back and basically feel safe at games, because it's not easy for people that are ill and want to come back and watch their favourite League of Ireland teams play. So we get underway soon, guys. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel before, like if you like the content, and please hit your bell notification button so you're up to date with any content we might do. And you'll have to excuse the weather today, but we'll do our best. Thank you. So guys, now here with the main man himself, Mick McEvoy. Mick will be back at United Park, or Heading the Game Park, this Friday for Drogheda's game against Shelbourne. Mick, how are you getting on? And thanks for doing this.
Thanks for being kicked, and I really enjoy looking at your podcasts. You know, they're much appreciated, not just by me, by a lot of people I speak to. That's the very first thing that I need to say, because I might never get a chance again, so thanks a million for that.
Much appreciated. I know you watched, though. It's much appreciated.
No, I'm a bit apprehensive.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been a while now since I had my stroke.
Yeah.
And I've had a few little I'm trying to think now of the way to put it across. Dry runs.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine, Arthur Matthews, brought me up to a match in Northern Ireland a couple of weeks ago as a dry run. It was an afternoon match, but I was with a stroke, Keith, I get very apprehensive about everything. Even today, last night, I would have to think twice about, trying to get myself geared up to try and do it. But I'm delighted I'm here. And I really am looking forward to Friday night. Apart from what happens on the pitch, it's a difficult occasion for me, because it's my first match in 2 years. It's when you've had a stroke, people might look at me and say, "Well, you're doing very well," but it's all within hidden. You can see what's going on, and that's why I invite you here to try and promote being there, is what it's called. It's trying to help people not just with stroke, but people who have Alzheimer's, people with long COVID. That stadiums are not just there for Friday nights. They're there for people who have been going for years, and now unfortunately because of a medical condition they can't. But now, like Heading the Game Park are promoting, and I hope other clubs will, is to try and help people, to bring people in a private way, that they can come and bring their family, whatever, for maybe half an hour, and just try and reminisce and try and remember the good times they've had. And it's not necessarily to do for people with strokes, it's or to do with soccer. This can be replicated in Gaelic grounds, in hockey grounds, anywhere where people had a gathering. I think this is what we should be trying to promote. And I have a good friend in my stroke group, Pat Burke from St. Pat's. He's a little bit behind in his recovery, but that's one thing that resonated with me, Keith. That he found it very hard. He had his few friends. He'd go to the football and have a few. He couldn't do that. But I think as a stepping stone, this is my point. Drogheda United have been very good to me to try and get me to where I am today. Now, of course, there's a lot of medical people, professionals have done huge work with me to get me where I am today. But I'm trying to give something back to help other people. That's my main, to try and help as many people. If I can help one or two people, if they're here, I come up and I'll chat with them. But I think that football grounds now, we should be using them a lot more within the community. And it's not just because it's Heading the Game Park. We could replicate this in Inchicore, we could replicate this like in fairness, the Bohemians are doing a very good with the people with the blind and stuff like that. So there is work going on in the background, and I have only discovered that the Alzheimer's Association have brought out like a booklet now for clubs to help them, set up this. Because I was at a very, very low point. After 19 years with my company at Varto, I was with them for 19 years, and at Christmas, my position was terminated. I was left with nothing, Pete. But I had football. I obviously, I said to Arthur once or twice, even though I can't go to games, I'd love just to get over to my own spot, just for 10 or 15 minutes, and I've done that. And I know it's an old cliche, every little helps. It does. And that's all I'm trying to do, is to promote it to our group, the League of Ireland faithful. Just saying, look, if you know somebody, lads, there's somebody in your club somewhere that's at home, just give them a buzz and just make a phone call to your club, whether it be anybody, Hope Farm, anybody, just get them and bring them, and you'd be surprised how much it would help them.
What would you say to people that are a bit apprehensive? You've been ill, or maybe you're recovering to go to games?
Again, it's a very slow process. It's like, even when Arthur wanted to bring me up to Warren Point for the match, and it was an afternoon kick-off. That morning, I'd say about 3 o'clock in the morning, I got up, and I wasn't going to go. And my wife said, there's something wrong here, because you never get up in the middle of the night for anything. She said, there's something going on. She said, you were looking forward to it all week. I said, no, I can't do it. I can only equate to the anxiety. I remember at Christmas, I went early up to if I can say it, Dunn Stores, and my eldest son went off somewhere in the shop, and I panicked, and I couldn't get him and get back, and I had to get straight. But I know that there's clubs, Limerick, Sligo Rovers, all these people, we're all one big family.
Yeah.
And if you can see, I think the family around the person is important, because they'll be able to tell you, it'd be a great idea. For some people, it won't work. Now, and there's other people, like just across the road here from the hospital, even if they wanted to bring them over, because it's COVID friendly, because you're right in the, it's private. You're not going to have people. It's all about privacy, I think. And if you have 10 little steps, you will get some level. It might work for everybody, but it will help. I'm only a stroke survivor, so I'm not, I don't know everything about psychology. But again, it's working for me. I don't know. I could have more pitfalls along the way. But I'm willing to give. So I've always said, when I was in a hospital in rehab, that I was never going to desert those people and give something back to them. That was very important to me. Yeah. Part of my rehab.
Look, Mike, that was brilliant, or Mick, I should say. That was absolutely fantastic.
And some would know me in the League of Ireland as Mick the Mod, so give a shout out to those people.
Stick that in.
We're talking about the new beginning for the FAI. It's people like you that are the future of football in the League of Ireland. We've far too long, we've had this thing in football where it was legislation, this, that and the other. We have to, you're doing a great job, and there should be more people like yourself in the league, and keep up the good work.
Thanks very much. Much appreciated, Michael.